I am recording this week's episode from the car in the parking lot outside Pilates because I wanted to capture this as it came through. I was like, what am I going to talk about this week on the bet? And immediately I realized I have been having this same little conversation with at least 3 separate people this week who said they needed to hear that. And that is an indicator to me that someone out there listening right now also needs this message.
Every journey starts with a choice, and mine is a bet. For 1 year, I'm gambling on energy over strategy. No more forcing and no pushing. Just the courage to show up and see what happens when reality becomes my playground. This isn't a podcast. It's a real-time experiment in the lab of my life. Welcome to the bet.
Okay, so if you're currently working on some kind of goal, if you're building something or investing in something, or you have your sights set on something that you are creating, some change that you are focused on. For me, it is building this business, right? Some of you are working on your own businesses. I know because you reach out to me and tell me about them, and I am so rooting for you. Others of you are working on physical transformations. I know other people have reached out to me who are working on big career shifts. Like, how can I get out of spending my days doing something that feels draining? I want to feel more alive when I wake up. So I know everyone out there is working on something. And the way the brain works, right, where our focus goes, energy grows. So wherever we're pointing our attention, that is where our energy increases. And so we tend to get more focused, and that creates more intention and more action and more belief around that focus, which is great sometimes. It's great sometimes. It is also our biggest enemy other times. Because if you are thinking, I need to get to that point, and then I will be happier. It's so natural, right? We think, I'm thinking of a friend right now who is really wanting to get her fitness back on track. And thoughts like this, phrases like this are coming out of her mouth. I just need to get myself back on track. I just need to get my shit together. I just need to tighten up. I just need to get to that. And I want to point out that this thought might be true. That might be a true thing, but it is putting all of the emphasis and the attention and the importance and the recognition and the celebration on the final product. It's creating a sense of disparity between where you are now and the future you. Future dream. And the goal that you want is amazing. It's great. I'm not saying change that. Do not change that. But the you that's living in the future with that amazing body, with that booming business, with that satisfying career, in deep, passionate love with the partner of your dreams, like that person didn't create that. She's just living something you created. The you who is living right now is the one who even made that possible for her. So thinking that there is something about the current you that is not okay, but you're rejecting who you are right now. You're criticizing the choices you're making right now. How empowered do you think that makes the you that has to build this future that you want so badly? I was talking with Mike today about, we saw one of these small businesses, another small business, go under. We're talking about several of them in our area, like family businesses that are no longer there. And I said, I wish we knew where they were. I wish we knew what the full story was. I wish we knew what happened to them, because I want to celebrate that, the person who is doing the thing rather than the person who has the results. Because that is what gets you the results. Okay, so all this glory that you're giving to the future reality is robbing you of the current power that is going to create that reality. I hope this sinks in. The woman who built whatever it is you're going to end up living is you. Future you is kissing your ass today. Because she didn't build it. It's easy for her to show up to that life. She didn't have to build it. She just gets to live it. So please, I know someone else out there needs to hear this. Turn your focus and attention on the you right now, who is making everything possible. Every second brings new potential. What are you going to do with the potential right now? Future you needs current you to show up in this moment, right now. You are the badass. You are the one who's unlocking everything.
Okay, this is going to sound like a weird segue because now it's a new audio. I am back from Pilates. I really wanted to capture what I was feeling as it was coming through me. So I know it's not ideal to sit in the car, plus it's hot as hell here. So I had to have the air conditioner on. And I had like 6 minutes before class started. So I'm like, I got to get this out. So now we're switching gears. So if you hear it change in the audio, it's because I'm back home in my actual little studio using proper recording equipment. The other thing that I wanted to talk about this week briefly is this idea of building something using energy versus strategy, which is technically what I'm doing right now. I really thought it was worth clarifying this because I read a post by someone that was talking about, she was acknowledging that there is an energetic component to building something successful. People are attracted to other people who are holding the energy and they're in integrity with whatever it is that they're representing. But she was saying, you can't just build something from energy. You have to know the strategy behind it. You have to be taking some kind of action. And the more action you take, the more feedback you get from it. And I don't disagree with that. I do think taking action gives you a ton of data. However, I will say, from my perspective, I think energy really, really has to precede the strategy. I think if you do not set your intention energetically about how it is you want to feel while you're building this thing, if you are not careful, you're going to end up building something that you do not enjoy actually running, maintaining, having, owning, being a part of. You're going to be burnt out. That's my belief, and that is what I have seen to be true. However, I should also say that I don't believe you can just sit in your cave. Like my little world is like a cave over here. I can't just sit in my cave and meditate and focus and do my morning affirmations and just visualize the shit out of building a business. If the business isn't going to just land in my lap, you do have to open some kind of portal in the physical world, the world we all live in, for the thing to materialize. So I know I talk about, can I hold the energy that is so strong that reality has to bend itself to me? But I want to be clear that I say that as someone who has been taking so much action for the last 3 or 4 years. Taking action has never been my issue. Never been my issue. You have to sometimes hold me back from jumping in and taking action. So I know enough about myself, and I can see this not just in building a business. I see this in multiple areas of my life. When I get an idea and I get like the ignition for something, I'm off to the races and I go. I'm ordering what it is I need to complete the project. I am researching it. I am digging deep. I am getting my hands dirty. I'm trying it out. So I think you have to kind of know yourself when you look at this. I don't think any of you out there are sitting there thinking, oh, you can just use energy to build something. But
I do think adding the energetic component to the action is really, 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 really critical. And to me, energy is, I was going to say it's kind of mental, right? I know how to manufacture a reality in my own mind. And that picture, that manufacturing in my brain creates a biochemical feedback, right? It propels me to feel as if what I am doing, to actually believe and feel and tune into the same energy while I'm doing something, as if I'm already at the finish line. And that feels really, really good. It's very, very fulfilling to do that. And I don't think you can just manufacture some kind of bypass for doing the actual work. But I know the kind of person I am, and I will be much more inclined to keep myself busy with doing things and thinking I got to figure it out and almost expecting something to be hard instead of focusing on how I actually want it to feel while I'm doing it. That's the product. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about energy. It is not just meditating, it is doing everything in the manner that I want it to feel when I actually have it. Because I do not want to build yet another thing in my life that I feel like I have to leave or pivot away from. Who knows? Maybe I will. I am a manifesting generator. So I am extraordinarily multi-talented, multi-interested, for lack of a better term. I get highly curious about lots and lots of things, but I just wanted to make that brief little distinction. Okay, that's all I have. Short and sweet little episode. I'm dying to update you guys on what's going on this week and last week, but I'm going to wait for the monthly checkup. I think there's so much going on. It's really, really incredible. What I can say is there is something to making an energetic shift in something. And there's also concrete proof that I have showing up. But I'm gonna save that to talk about when we get to the end of the month, I think. Okay, that's all I got. And sending you all so much respect, so much love, and all my gratitude and appreciation. Sitting here in a moment of sheer gratitude, just that I even know there are other humans out in this world who are building their dreams. There is nothing fucking better than that. That alone, that process of working on your dreams is the fulfillment, at least to me. I don't know if any of you relate to that, but there you go. Have a fabulous, fabulous week. And as always, go bet on yourself.